Okay, video number 2. You're busy with Alka Seltzer. You've learnt the first part. This is behind you. You've got that under wraps. You've played with the backtrack. Remember, you would have got 2 audio tracks with me as well that I sent through. And let's have a go now. We're at the last line, first bar of the last line of the first page, which should sound like this. Okay, let's break it down slow motion. We're playing the 7 and the 6 simultaneously because they're written above each other on your tab. Should sound like that. After that, you've got a double 5. Don't use 2 fingers, use 1 finger, flat like that. So watch the movement. That's the 6, 7, and there's a double 5, and you move it down to double 3. So slow motion, 6, 7, and as you get to that double 3, you're going to do what they call a trill, which sounds like this, which looks like you got like a really itchy middle finger. In slow motion, you're playing the 2 strings, the double 3, and you're taking this finger and you're going like this, just really quick, and they call that a trill. So slow motion, and then you repeat it, but watch the timing, listen for the timing. I can't stress enough, listen to the backtrack. If you know the backtrack, listen to the sample track. You'll find this a lot easier to play because you know what you need to hear. So suddenly when you play the tabs, everything makes sense. But if you don't know what you meant to hear, then these numbers could be anything. Okay, so listen to the backtrack. It will help you put it together. I'm going to play the first 2 bars and let's see what it sounds like. And I'll play the first 2 bars twice in a row so you can get a sense for the rhythm. And slow motion. And that's your first 2 bars. Now you've finished the first page. Now before we go into the second page, I just want to quickly zoom in again to show you what I'm doing with my picking hand. Again, I'm using a pick. We can do a combination of what they call hybrid picking, which is my middle finger and my pick together like this. And I'm picking down with him and up with him, so it's like this. Or if it's easier, just simply strum down like this. And you can hear when the little trill's happening in the background, this hand does nothing. So slow motion again. And we got that. Okay, I'm going to zoom out now. We're going to go to page 2, so get your second page ready and let's see what happens. Now the reason why I chose this piece for you, because it's a grade 5 piece, but it's actually a very, very easy grade 5 piece. And the reason why I say it's an easy grade 5 piece is because of all the repetition. Now you've just learned this down here from fret 6 and 7, correct? Now you take everything you just learned and you simply go to fret 12 and 11. So you're doing sort of like a plus 5. So your 7 becomes a 12, your 6 becomes an 11. And if you look at the top of the second page, the second bar, it says 11, 12. That's your plus 5. Original was there, 7 and 8, 11 and 12. And your double 5 becomes a double 10. Your double 3 becomes a double 8. So check this out. You can hear and see it's exactly the same thing that you just did. And if I put the preceding bars in this together, you can actually hear and recognize the hand movement is identical. Slow motion, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and you move back down after that. Here's no surprise to where you were. So again, lots of repetition. Now the next one is going to be a little bit of a change for the D. It's all double stops, and a double stop means you're playing 2 strings at the same time. It's just a fancy name for this. It's like a musical terminology. And you're looking where it says D, which is the second line, 3rd bar, and you're going to have an 11, 10. So there's, 11, 10. I was 1 fret too low, and I'm not going to redo the video. There's my 10, there's my 11. It's a quarter note, so it's going to go from here, and then from there you go to double 12, which you can do one of 2 ways. Like that, and all I did for that was bring my 3rd finger in, so slow motion, and I find to bring my third finger flat across both of those for fret 12 is just easier. But if you want to do this and then bring that across, that's a lot of movement, so I don't really want to go. Or you can do that. There's several ways to do it. My personal is the flat, but this is also quite acceptable, which might be easier. And you can see there, fingers 1 and 2. And when you go to double 12, fingers 2 and 3. Nice small movement. So that might be your personal preference. And from there, you go up a string for 12, 11, 10. And after that, you got C, and you go to, and you got a little, again at the end of that. See if you can work at the timing for that, and then let me know. Send me a video of what you're doing. So you're going to have a bit of a correspondence with this video session over here, because this is a lesson that's sort of meant to be interactive. So far we've got up to where it says C coda, the end of C, and that will take us to the end of this video, and then we'll pick up for the next page, for the next section, which is also going to have a little solo. That's a nice little riff in between as well. Okay. But see how it goes. We should be doing quite well so far, and don't hesitate to drop me a WhatsApp if you've got any questions, and listen to the tracks. Very important. Play with the originals. Okay, have a cool day. Chat later. Bye.